Hello, my name is Amir Kurangi, and I'm the publisher of The Real Deal magazine. I'd like to welcome you to the first edition of our online webcast. For almost 4 years now, The Real Deal has provided the industry and investors with unique real estate information, both in our print magazine and online at www.therealdeal.com. Our editors and writers have their fingers on the pulse of the real estate market and bring you trends while they're still in their infancy. We promise to continue this practice of providing you with the same solid information on the newscast as we develop it more and more each week. After all, the difference between a successful investor and a lucky one is information. And when it comes to real estate news, there's no better place to get timely and accurate information than The Real Deal. Without further delay, I'm very happy to present to you our first webcast. Enjoy.
Good day. I'm Sarah Tilson, and this is The Real Deal. Here is this week's real estate news. The city refused to buy the rail yards on the far west side for $500 million. However, it will rezone the area and free the MTA to sell both Hudson rail yards and the parcel on the other side of 11th Avenue for development. In downtown news, more than 90% of downtown Manhattan office space is now leased. That's great news for big investors in the area like Swig Equities and Silverstein Properties, who have both invested heavily in downtown commercial space since 2001. In Midtown hotel news, hotelier Hank Fried has bought the Portland Square, a 2-star rated hotel at 132 West 47th Street, and plans to spend $7.5 million on creating a luxury hotel called Sanctuary with 115 rooms. In Brooklyn news, developer Forest City Ratner said it would reduce the size of the Atlantic Yards project by 8% based on changes recommended by the City Planning Commission. Ratner, who has been heavily scrutinized by the residents of Prospect Heights for this project, will also add more public space and change the designs of several buildings to make them shorter. In exchange for the concessions by Ratner, the City Planning Commission okayed Ratner's plans to build Brooklyn's tallest tower, which will also be part of the Atlantic Yards project. A recent court decision allows the developer to move forward with building a 26-story dormitory in the area. The New York University dorm is being built with air rights purchased from the 2-story Cooper Station Post Office, which borders the proposed site on East 12th Street between 3rd and 4th Avenues. The largest real estate transaction in U.S. history is about to take place in New York City. MetLife Insurance, owner of Stuyvesant Town in Peter Cooper Village, has accepted more than 50 bids from prospective buyers. The insurance giant is defending itself from charges by elected officials that a sale of the complexes would lead to irrevocable loss of middle-class dwellings. The $4 to $5 billion deal would make it a U.S. record. Could Long Island City become Wall Street East? Bank giant HSBC has been in discussions to relocate its trading and support staff to Long Island City. At the same time, Viacom is reportedly considering moving much of its Manhattan operations to the neighborhood across the East River. In Staten Island, the City Planning Commission unanimously approved a $66 million redevelopment plan for a mixed-use Stapleton project on the former Navy base. The plan includes a mixed-use community with 350 housing units and a waterfront esplanade. In other Staten Island news, home prices in the borough have dropped by 16% and inventory has increased by 25% so far this year. The report by the Staten Island Board of Realtors makes it an ideal climate for buyers. In residential news, side-by-side condos on the 71st floor of Time Warner Center have hit the sales market for a combined $34 million. The condos have different owners and are being offered separately, but Brown Harris Stevens, the marketer of both, is also offering them together. If combined, they would have 7 bedrooms and total 8,500 square feet. 11 Spring Street in Nolita, once owned by Lachlan Murdoch, is being renovated and converted to condos. Construction on the property is set to start in about a month. As of now, there are no plans for ground floor retail. Thank you for joining us for this edition of The Real Deal's webcast. Please join us next week for the latest real estate news. I'm Sarah Tilson, and this is The Real Deal.